Hello paper crafters, I have a new video for you. This is a Poppy Stamps release and it is called the Grand Windows release, and we're starting off with the Grand Gothic windows. This is the main kind of window that goes around the outline of the others, and I'm going to just flip this over so you can see some information here. It is the Grand Gothic window. It is number 845. And then the second part is these windows that fit inside of this archway. Here, these fit in. The next 4 dies will be ones that fit in there. Here is the Grand Gothic Ironworks window. Isn't that pretty? And then you turn this over. It is number 850. And then we have the next one that fits inside of the Grand Gothic window is the Grand Gothic Arch. And this one is number 854. And then we have this one right here. That's beautiful too. Reminds me of a church window. It is the Grand Gothic stained glass window, and that is number 855. And then we have the last one in the Grand Gothic. We have one more window after this. This is called the Grand Gothic Luminary. And when you turn that over, you can see that this is number 856. And then we have one that it doesn't go with the others, but it is a grand window. It's the Grand Madison Arched window. And it's a very pretty window, and you'll see in the design team's creations what Siggy Warren made. Hi Siggy, she did a great job. This is number 847, the Grand Madison Arched window. And you can see it's got the paneling there. So I'm going to get right to the release, and the first card that's Siggy made for us is this beautiful card that she calls Spring in New Orleans, and the background with some paper she had from the recollection stash. She said this is a Cherry Lynn die, the fence, and the die used is the die we are selling in this release, and it's called the Ironworks one, which was number 850. So that's the Grand Gothic Ironworks. And you can see how she made this to look like the fence, or a part of the fence, like a gateway going in with the wrought iron, which is kind of cool. She took it away from the Windows theme and made something a little bit different for you. And these are handmade florals made by Siggy. Siggy does sell her floral creations as well as her individual florals. You can go to her blog and follow the links, either contact her via her blog or follow the links to her Etsy shop. And she has these things for sale for those of you who are interested. And I highly recommend any of her products. They are beautiful if you'd like to purchase some. And then the next card I want to show you, just in time for Easter that's coming. This is called the Blessed Easter card, and it is a wonderful card that kind of folds here like so, and it's made to freestand. And for the sake of the camera, though, I'm not going to do it. You get the idea of how that would stand, but I'm just going to kind of put it like dimensional. Well, actually, I think I'll show it like this. So here's another one of Siggy's creations of the florals that she does. And with this one, of course, she used the stained glass window. I believe that was number 855. And she colored this in with stained glass paint from Plaid. And the background is a Spellbinders Embossabilities die, this right here. And I can get any Spellbinders dies for you, special order if you're interested. And she also used her handmade flowers. And this branch right here of ivy, that is LRO 206 Creatables, and I do have that in stock, though I predict after this release I'll sell it out, but I can get more. That's an ivy release that went with a bird release that I believe Iris had done quite a while ago. And you can just see how beautiful this card is, the stained glass look. It's just so pretty colored in with those Plaid glass paints. It really does look like glass. Lovely card. Great job, Siggy. Just in time, oops, excuse me, for Easter. Now this little guy is one of Siggy's pets. His name is Cody, and it's one of her lovebirds that she hand raised from when they were tiny chicks. And he looks so sweet, doesn't he? And of course, this one she used was from this release, the window we're selling. That is the Grand Gothic Arch, which I believe is number 854. And she cut out from a photo her little bird. So she made this look like a bird cage in this kind of a release kind of an idea, which is really a neat idea. Again, she's going away from the window theme to give you some ideas. And she said that the side strip is a Martha Stewart border punch, and she punched it out and then added some of her own handmade florals to it. Gorgeous card. Now we're getting, the design team ladies, they just make these wonderful creations. And this I am so happy to show you. This is a shadow box, which Siggy does sell her shadow boxes. I actually have purchased one for my dad's room at the nursing home. It is like the envy of all the residents there. It's a lovely little bird. It's a lovely little birdhouse on a maple tree with little squirrels in it, and it's so sweet. And I wish I could decorate his room with all of those kind of outdoorsy woods creations, because that is what Dad likes. And it's nice because wild animals, which are Siggy's, that's another thing I want to mention about Siggy Warren, is all of her proceeds of what she makes goes to her wildlife rehabilitation that she does. She saves hurt creatures from the wild and rehabilitates them. And it's very expensive, and it's her calling. It's certainly, she doesn't make any money at it. So to help pay for that and offset the cost, she sells her creations. So if you're interested in donating, contact her too. And some wonderful customers of mine have volunteered to make Siggy cards to sell to help raise some money. So it's a nice way to pay back people who do good things, which Siggy has a heart of gold. So on to this. I've chatted long enough. Siggy knows I love her. So this is a picture frame house front, and she used the Madison window, and that was the one that wasn't one of the Grand Gothics. It's the plain window, and you can see how it kind of uses a home theme, like we're looking inside a home. That's really sweet. And she used the Spellbinders Embossability brick folder. So this is a Spellbinders Embossabilities, and I can get that for you if you like. The grass was hand cut, and the flowers were handmade. And the lamp is hand cut, she said, and she curled the paper around to give it some dimension. And the curtains are pleated by hand, and she hung them up with thread, so to make them really look, to me, they look so realistic. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous box, and it would be so sweet to hang in a room, any room, for especially anyone who's a crafter and appreciates homemade, handmade work. So if you're interested in something like this, please contact Siggy. I know she'll make you one and sell it to you. So there's one more thing. This is it even gets better than this, if you can believe it. She created this lovely luminary for me, and I'm just gonna put it right here to show you. It's very large, so I want to try to get my camera to see the parts of it to put it together. We have the Grand Gothic Arch on the outside here. Inside we have the Grand Gothic Luminary. So she took the luminary and went with that to make the theme. Now this, if you remember from a release before, that's a Cherry Lynn die, and that is called the Cherry Lynn Japanese Lace Pattern. It's frame 120, and I do have that in stock, and I also have the ones that are the newer ones that cut out, you cut the frame out so it cuts out in the paper. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, you can look at Cherry Lynn's site. Mike does a great job of explaining how he redid this die, but I have the new ones, the redid ones. And she did it on all four sides. I'm just going to do this, and look at that roof. Isn't that roof just the gorgeous thing? Now unfortunately she said she just kind of freehand did this and went along with it, and it started to come together. So when you visit her blog, I'm not sure she can explain exactly how to recreate it, but you kind of get the idea. And it's the same, all four sides, and then I'll let you take a peek inside of the construction there and how she did it, and it is so gorgeous. And I just want to have it, show it to you with the lights out here. I just put that so you can stare at that gorgeous while I get a little luminary here. I just have a tea light that you get at Michael's. I wouldn't use a real candle with this. That would be dangerous, and everyone who knows me is I'm not a risk taker. So I'm just going to turn some lights off here, not all of them, but so you get the idea. And this goes behind there and creates that beautiful, sorry, probably making you all motion sick here, how that is such a beautiful luminary. And even what peeks through, let me kind of show you. So here we go, you can see the light going through the she did this on the plaid glass paints again on some kind of like acetate paper, and you can even see that if it peeks through the corner here through those little holes, that was a great choice to do the cherry lin Japanese garden frame with this dye. It's so gorgeous. Thank you, Siggy. This is a real treasure. And there's one more thing. This is the end of Siggy's part of the release. She did a wonderful job. And I got this. I'm just gonna keep the lights out for you. I got this as a gift at Christmas from one of my customers, just because. And it is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the tea light behind there, and it just the light illuminating. It stands kind of like this. And this is from a wonderful lady called Cynthia Madden. And Cynthia, thank you. She created this for me and sent it. It's just special. She sent it to me simply because she needed these dies quickly, and I got them to her, and it was her way to thank me. Wow, did I make out on that deal or what? So I just want to show you this beautiful creation. Sorry for the fumbly fingers tonight. Here is, of course, the windows that we have is the grand Gothic arch on the outside. That was the first one we showed, the main one that goes over the others, 845, and then the grand luminary one. And you can use any, you can use any of the windows to recreate this that you like. This one's 856. And then we have some just beautiful dies going along in here. I recognize that as the Spellbinders S5055, the layered poinsettia, and I can get you the layered poinsettia. And then this this is the Marianne Creatables Ivy die, LRO 206. It's the same one that Siggy used in one of her creations where she created the arch over the window. And this pine, these are called like a fern branch punch, and different people make them in different styles. You have, I know Nellie makes a thicker one, Martha makes a thinner one, and McGill even makes one, so you can use whatever one you like. And these lovely pine branches, I believe those are Impression Obsession ones, which I can't get yet. I'm hoping one of my companies does pick up Impression Obsession so I can get their dies, but it's not one I have. And then the base of this that she put it on, she made the little box with a circle in it. And I can't give you instructions for this because it was a gift. I'm just sharing it with you. I know this is a Spellbinders die. It's Romantic Rectangles S5090. And again, I can order that for you if you like. But isn't that just, imagine just, you just open your mailbox and there's a gift. She didn't send me any warning that she was sending. There it was. It really made my day. And she sent, it's just not that, she sent this great card to go with it. It matches it. Isn't that beautiful? Same kind of ideas. I'm not going to go through. We write down to the romantic rectangles. The card matches the gift. That is something we see Paula Davis do on our design team. Oh man, she matches cards with gifts like crazy. She's so talented with that, but it is a fun thing to do. And you can see all the same things that were on the luminary she made are on the card. Oh, I have that upside down. I apologize. I'm enjoying it. And there is the Merry Christmas card. So I hope you enjoyed this release. I thank you, Siggy, for again a wonderful, wonderful release that you did for me. And I thank you, Cynthia Madden, for sending me such a wonderful gift. I hope you are all enjoying that spring is coming soon. Or if you're in my Australian part of the world, I guess your fall is coming up. So take care, everyone. And hey, go get your dies out, go get your paper crafts out, and go craft something. Take care, everyone. Till I see you again. Bye-bye.